We also have Dolores Jane Umbridge.
Dolores Umbridge can get bent. Fuck her.
If you've watched Harry Potter, you obviously have imagined drop kicking that bitch over the Quidditch field.
I wouldn't put my hands on a woman. Dolores Umbridge isn't a woman, she's a demon.
Good afternoon, I'm Third Wheel.
And I'm Squig.
Welcome back to this very beautiful yet bubonic day. A couple weeks ago, we put out a video called Dream Team, where we came out with a bunch of different dream teams for a bunch of different categories. So we had our Dream Blunt Rotation, Dream Rap Group, and today we're essentially doing the opposite, where we're coming up with our Nightmare teams, where we're coming up with the worst answers for each category. And we don't have all of the same categories that we used for the last time. We have some of them, and some of them we didn't use for the last video. So it's gonna be a hoot and a holler.
I actually had an input this time. I didn't come up with any category last time.
I don't even remember. And we also have Jordan back again. He's gonna choose which Nightmare team is, I guess, worse this time. Anyways, without any ado further, let's get this road on the show. I'm gonna start out this one since you started out the last one, and we're also gonna start out this one the exact same way with our Nightmare band, and we have a member associated with each instrument as well. My Nightmare band, on vocals, we have the one and only. We got Colleen Ballinger. Okay? If we're getting to bend the rules a little bit, she's also gonna be playing the ukulele while she's singing.
Yeah. Starting off right out the gate.
Yeah, earlier this year would have been a very valid pick, but I would have to explain myself. But now, I don't need to explain myself, so we're going to move on. On guitar, I have DJ Khaled. Someone a little more respectable, but somebody that
wouldn't want on guitar.
Yeah, you wouldn't want on guitar, because you know the video of him playing the Bob Marley guitar? On bass, hear me out. Because coming up with the bass player for your Nightmare band is oddly specific. You wouldn't really think about that. So I'm just like, okay, we're gonna have the dude who plays the Seinfeld theme song, but he's only gonna be playing the Seinfeld theme song over every single song that the band is playing. So they'll be playing a ballad. The dude on bass with I'm glad you like that, Jordan.
We're like 3 minutes into this. I'm gonna piss myself.
It's actually not even played on a real bass. That's the thing. Jonathan Wolf is the dude who wrote the Seinfeld theme song, and it's played on a Corgan with the synthesizer. So
that couldn't be more 1992 if you tried.
On drums, we got Machine Gun Kelly as Tommy Lee.
Oh!
So not the actual Tommy Lee.
Right, but Machine Gun Kelly is
Machine Gun Kelly from the Dirt movie.
I didn't know that was Machine Gun Kelly until we watched it, and then you told me.
I was like, is that MGK? What the fuck?
I thought MGK, and he's just Machine now, by the way, if you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
But
that's crazy.
I disagree because I thought he did amazing in Dirt. I loved that movie.
I loved it
entirely.
Too. He didn't do a terrible job, but he kind of is like that douchebag drummer that if you were to have a daughter that you wouldn't want to like
go near.
Yeah, exactly. On keyboard, I have Herv Roy. I know neither of y'all gonna know that name, so all I'm gonna do is play a song of his that you have to recognize.
Was this a soap opera's theme song? Okay. Is it giving that vibe?
Do you guys not recognize the song?
I do recognize the song.
You don't know what it's from though?
What is it from?
A specific video on the internet. Here's a picture.
It's a creepy porn video, isn't it?
It's the two girls, one cup.
I was literally gonna say 2 girls, 1 cup, but I didn't want to default to like, is this 2 girls, 1 cup?
Anytime I hear that song, it just like instantly brings back trauma.
Wait a second. The fact that that was the music choice of that video, that's not talked about enough. What the fuck's that about? That's some really emotional...
That dude, his music must have like did a little spike there back in late 2000s.
You know how like when they film movies, they make music specifically for the film? He had it up on a monitor and he was just playing and filling the
2 Girls, 1 Cup is actually just like a little trailer for a longer video.
No way.
I'm sorry. What else happens in the video?
You probably had to pay for it.
You have to pay for it to probably find out, but it's a trailer for like a full-length porno.
Because what else could happen?
I don't know. We're talking about this a lot. But yeah, that's my band. That song's also called Lover's Theme.
Poignant.
Hit us with it, Squiggington.
Alright, so I start off with the bass. I said Scooby-Doo. Because, yeah, it'd be kind of cute, but then you remember he has no fingers. So the most he can do is just, kind of just
But I like
Smack it.
Scooby-Doo.
I love Scooby-Doo. I fucking love Scooby-Doo, but he would not be a good bass player. On guitar, I have Lil Wayne. Because for the same reason why you had DJ Khaled, if y'all seen that video of him trying to do that solo up on stage,
Yeah, he can't play. He can't play guitar.
Not for shit.
Much respect for the man. He can't play guitar.
Exactly. On vocals, I have modern day Vince Neil.
We both have Molly.
Most concerts that they play nowadays, he can't finish. And there was like a video out there of him trying to sing Girls, 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 and halfway through he just fucking couldn't finish it and left. He was the original.
Oh, he was the original guy?
Yeah, he was the original. And then, he fucking left, got replaced, and then they broke up, and then they reformed. But like now, what he is now, horrible. For the keyboard, I have Keyboard Cat.
I was thinking of putting the keyboard cat for my keyboard player.
If that fucker only knows one song, and he probably isn't even him playing it.
What do you mean probably? He said it's probably not him playing it.
He probably could have been playing it. Let's be real. Like, the cat could have.
You're right.
Lessons.
Excuse me. Who the fuck am I?
I said tooken.
And then on drums, I said your sister's newborn baby boy, because that fucker can't do a damn thing. He's just born.
Ethan.
Yeah, I gave it to him.
That was easy.
Yeah, as soon as he was reading his off, I was like,
Yeah. Okie dokie. Rap group. You gonna start us off with this one?
So first off, I have Kyle's mom from South Park. She just has the most obnoxious voice in the world, and trying to imagine her rapping would just be so fucking annoying. Next, I have Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. Self-explanatory.
It's just one of those days.
No, I mean, he can do good, but the only reason why he ever sounded good is because of Wes Borland's guitars being able to back him up. I guess that was a hot button topic over here. Lord have mercy. Next, I got Miles.
Who's that?
You ever heard his song before? He's like a meme type rapper. Fucking this dude.
Oh, wait a second. Is he the guy who goes,
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm in the field, nigga, call me Indiana Jones. Feel like Sophie the other day, so kiss me through the phone. Feel like Usher yesterday in the shower, bitch, I was burning. This nigga really think he...
Also, look at Squig's phone case.
I saw that the other day and I'm like, dang.
That phone looked like it's used to call the police on some innocent people of color minding their own business. Karen-ass phone.
Hello? Oh my goodness, Sergeant, let me speak to your manager! I swear to God, I swear to God, I've seen a fucking video. I got Slim Jesus.
I fuck with savages, you a fuck boy, you...
Why is it I was expecting him to look just like that?
That boy's from the hills for sure.
And then next I have AI Toothbrush.
That's amazing!
This one's Gangster's Paradise.
Why does that like scratch and itch in my brain though?
When I take a shower now, when I brush my teeth, I'm turning that shit on, I'm vibing. I'm shaking a cheek or two for sure.
High rap group, starting out the king of racist rap, Tom McDonald.
Hey man.
Up next, we have another conservative rapper. He's not really a rapper as much as he's like a internet influencer. We have Big Nick.
That name sounds so familiar. Yeah!
Nah, I don't know that guy.
Up next, we have Brit Barbie. She's the period. Period.
Oh my God.
Up next, this is the only person that was spoiled to you, so this is the only person that you know of, and is Hobson.
Oh yeah.
My last one is Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull.
Ah, fuck Pitbull.
Okay, so my favorite Pitbull bar that I've ever heard. Have you ever heard the song Back in Time? It's from the Men in Black 3 movie. And he straight up says, "Don't you know I don't give a number 2?
What does that mean?
You know
Yeah,
how
I
you
don't
go
give a shit.
You go number 1, you go pee, you go number 2, you go shit. I don't give a number 2.
Give credit where credit is due. Don't you know that I don't give a number 2?
God.
Okay, that's my rap group.
I don't know who the first two people in your list are. So you're gonna have to give me 15 seconds of audio.
Look at this album cover.
Oh God.
Tell me you want to listen to that.
Can I just press play?
No. I'm
like-
about to play something in the incognito mode.
I'm scared.
This song's called Made in China. I don't really remember
Oh
it.
my God.
But I see the title, I'm like, this one's probably a good one to play.
Juggalos hate Tom McDonald.
I'm glad. It makes me happy.
Welcome to America where everything is made in China. Where a girl can have a penis and the boys can have vaginas.
The top comment, but I am a liberal fuck knob. Best line in the song. Amen, brother!
Let's go,
There's
Brandon!
a lot of transphobic bars as well. What is that song called? Is it called Freedom?
Oh God. Isn't it a shame that the things that should make you proud to be an American make you ick?
Right.
I could have honestly put like everybody in this video on my Nightmare rap group.
From the shores of California.
Forgiato Blow. Wait, here's Big Nick.
I've seen it.
That's Big Nick.
Everyone can see that we never lost our freedom. It's in his glory.
I'm gonna go with Anthony.
Yeah.
Man, come on.
Yours was some dookie dog water though. Don't worry.
Yours was very
No,
shit.
I was
though. Hey, I
disappointed
appreciate
across
it.
the board, but Anthony's made me uncomfortable. So.
Alright, so now we're down to our Nightmare blunt rotation. We didn't even say blunt rotation in the last video. We just said smoke sesh.
Same thing.
Up first, I have Ben Shapiro.
Hey man, yeah, I can get behind that.
What was it your brother said? He was like,
Females cannot ejaculate. I've never been able to make a female ejaculate my entire life, so therefore it is a myth.
Your
He
little
does-
brother?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He does a good
dude.
impression.
Ben Shapiro's gonna pass it over to the know-it-all kid from Polar Express.
Oh.
As I was going over this list with my girlfriend, she was saying, oh no, he might be pretty funny when he's high. He's like,
I got the munchies.
yeah, he goes to the cookout, he's like,
Hey, I'm gonna need 2 orders. Can I get 1 cookout tray?
the know-it-all kid from Polar Express is gonna pass it over to Caillou.
Oh, fuck
A
Caillou.
little asshole kid.
Mm-hmm.
Me and her were also talking about Caillou. She was like, doesn't Caillou have cancer? I was like, no, he doesn't. Of course somebody's gonna fucking see a bald kid and say that shit. And then I look it up. The reason why Caillou is bald is because at the beginning of, or I guess when they first created the character, he was supposed to be like a 9-month-old baby. And then he grows up. But they didn't want to add hair to the character so the kids wouldn't recognize him because he's known for like not having hair. That's the actual reason. They posted that on the Caillou website, but she literally pulled up a TikTok of this guy's like, I'm literally going to ruin your childhood. The reason why Caillou doesn't have hair is because he has terminal cancer and he dies. And his mother leaves all his stuffed animals that come to life in the show in his bedroom in the same place. It's like,
Oh my god.
They always look too deep in this shit.
so
like,
stupid. They see a bald kid and they're like, chemo!
But Caillou is one of the most hated cartoon
He is.
characters.
And that's exactly why he's on here.
All he did was whine and
He
be
was
a little brat.
shit.
and his parents were enablers.
The show was enabling
Mhm.
children.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that show would fucking
Mhm.
ruin kids, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That little shit needed grounded so bad.
Caillou is gonna pass the blunt. He's gonna pass it to the girl from Hereditary.
The clicky girl.
It's funny because whenever that shit happened, her brother was smoking. He was ripping a bong, and she walks in right as he's yep, and she's like, it's hard to breathe. Okay, so my last one that I have also again isn't so much of a bad person, but would be kind of bad to have it on blunt roto, and that's Kirby, because you would pass the blunt to him, and he would finish the whole damn thing in one hit.
Like Kirby the Volkswagen bug?
No, though.
No, that's Herbie.
Oh, fuck.
No, like the little pink puffball Nintendo made.
Oh,
He goes,
yeah.
I had him on my roommate's list for the longest time, but I just removed him.
But yeah, that's my blunt roto. Hit us with yours.
Alright, so first off, we're gonna have another Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids character, Cheese. He's always just like,
Chocolate milk.
he's just, dude, that motherfucker would bug. Another person who would tweak the fuck out, Young Sheldon. I hate this character. Like, the reason why I don't watch the show is because I hate his character.
I never watched The Big Bang Theory. The
I
parts
like-
that I have seen was very cringy. I've heard nothing but terrible things about the Young Sheldon show.
My dad loved it, but also his opinion couldn't be trusted on anything. He thought the live action Avatar movie, like Avatar Last Airbender, was good.
Oh, no, that was one of the most disappointing films of all time.
Exactly.
Bro, this bitch has just been geeking out about her foot for the past like 3 minutes.
There's worse problems to have.
Geeking
A
over
toy.
human feet. It is a very tough problem. No, I'm kidding.
Young Sheldon is gonna pass it to Cartman. The way he does the KFC, where he takes all the skins off, like he's gonna hit the blunt, take the whole thing while y'all are not looking. He's gonna say, "Oh my god, I need y'all to go run and grip me something."
Dude, you're
And then
so
hit the
right.
whole
He
thing.
would totally do that.
Hit the whole thing and be like, "I'm sorry, man, it was gone."
Wait, I didn't hit it.
He would steal a couple nugs while you're not looking.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's gonna pass it to, I said 1980s Ozzy Osbourne. And the reason why I would not want to smoke with him is because he's gonna be like,
It's weed I'm doing shit, both at the fucking best point.
I need a bump.
We got more dirt references.
oh yeah. And then I have Alfred E. Newman. I'm gonna show you a picture and you're gonna be, oh, he's the face on all of the Mad magazines.
Oh, that's a real person?
No.
He just has a name that nobody knew.
Yeah. Well, I grew up with Mad. Of course I fucking know his name. When I was
the
in
Mad Show on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That was what I was into.
That's the only
I
show that
forgot
I
about
watched. I watched that the day it came out. I caught it every day, all the way up until they stopped airing it. Like, it's the only show that I watched consistently throughout its entire runtime.
We watched it a lot, and then my mom didn't want us watching it anymore because there's too much throw up in it. There was a lot of throw up humor, like just people throwing up.
Do you remember that one scene where the guy?
Yes! And then all of his body parts,
Fun
like
fact.
his bones started falling out of his face.
That was animated by one of the guys. I forgot his name, but the guy who animated that also worked on some of the original Garbage Pail Kid cards.
Yo, that makes sense.
I never said the reason why he's on my list.
Why?
You never see him ever talk. You never see speech bubbles. He's always just, so that motherfucker would hit it and then not say a damn thing. He'd be like, hey, you good? Hey, you want to go get something to eat? Bro, who farted?
I struggle because there's a person on each of y'all's list that I would smoke a blunt with.
Who would you smoke with on mine?
The hereditary girl, not the character, but the actress. Her name is Millie Shapiro. She seems super cool. And I would absolutely smoke with Cartman. Even if he did smoke all of it, I would fuck with that little motherfucker.
And steal your weed?
That's okay. He can steal my weed because he's hilarious.
Cartman is funny, but I feel like knowing Cartman in person, like in real life, would be awful. You would be like,
What I forgot to mention, I would absolutely smoke with Ozzy too.
Yeah,
that
me
was
too.
the other
Dude,
one.
he would bring out meth.
No, he wouldn't. No.
Yeah, he did a lot of meth.
That
in the
doesn't
80s.
mean you have to smoke.
That's
that.
exactly what I'm saying.
Even when he was causing a problem, like, he is such an unobtrusive human being, you would never take him seriously. I'm gonna go with Ethan on
Yeah,
this
let's
one.
go. So roommates, you're gonna start us off.
All right. So first off, I have Tyrone Biggums. He is the character that is played by Dave Chappelle. He's the crackhead.
Oh.
Because he'd steal your shit instantly
Mhm.
and go sell it for crack. Next, I have Super Nanny. I don't know if you know that show.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that show?
Yup.
No, what's Super Nanny?
Super Nanny is basically where this British bitch goes around to different houses to unruly kids, basically, and straightens the kids out for the parents. She would put way too much.
You can't be smoking that out on the pool.
Next up, I got that one broke boyfriend that you'd be seeing on TikTok.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Everything in here is like 70% off or what? What if you gave me your card before we get in there just so that I can pay for it when we get up? I don't want people to think I'm like that broke boyfriend on TikTok.
Yeah, that motherfucker would never come up with the rent. And as soon as he finds a job, he's gonna be like 3 days later, man, I quit. That dude that was training me said I didn't know enough, man. And you know when I get mad, I start seeing red, bro. I had to get out of here. Next up, I got Kirby. Alright, so I thought I removed him from the list. I forgot.
Didn't you just say Kirby, or was that you?
That was
me
him.
and my blunt road. So,
But wouldn't he become a blunt? Because he eats, gets the power. He'd become an infinite blunt. So I guess that would be pretty neat.
Why is
Well-
Kirby a bad roommate, though?
yeah, why is he a
because-
bad roommate?
He'd go to eat some food and then suck in your TV, your china cabinet, and your damn table. No. Next, next is a returning character from the Dream video.
Oh, wait.
Take a guess. Who do you think it is?
Is it your mom?
No.
Oh, okay. That's exactly what I thought it was gonna be, because that's the only one that would make sense.
Yeah, you wouldn't
It'd
want
be
your
a-
mom to be your roommate.
I have Jesus. Jesus would be a horrible roommate.
You wouldn't be getting any water. You get some water, and be like, oh fuck, it's
That-
Cabernet.
He'd be all high and mighty, being like, this is a house of God. That is forbidden. That is unholy. But then comes time to pay the fucking rent. He's gonna be like, is my blood for your sins not payment enough, my child?
My roommates. My first one, we have Trisha Paytas.
Oh my God.
I just know she would leave her shit everywhere in the bathroom.
You know how like some girls like have makeup caked in their sink?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
She would have makeup and toothpaste
Uh-huh.
just caked in her sink.
I was thinking that exact same thing.
I feel like my apartment would definitely catch on fire at least once if Trisha Paytas was my roommate.
Up next, I have Scrappy Doo.
Oh my.
Fuck Scrappy,
Let me
dude.
at him.
You'd be pissing on everything.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
Up next, we have Jake Paul.
Oh, God.
It would be like early in the morning, he'd be trying to sleep, and he'd be filming his vlogs.
Good Morning, Jake Paul!
Or he'd fucking prank you at 3 in the morning, fucking dumping ice water on you.
Up next, we have the giant spider from the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah, he wins. Or the
Oh,
giant spiders from Harry Potter, just
It-
giant spiders in general.
Wait, was there a giant spider from Harry Potter?
Yeah, and he didn't actually mean any harm. He was just scared.
Yeah, but the one from Lord of the Rings,
No,
fucking,
that one that was.
fucking wrapped him up, and then Sam found him in the little web cocoon. He was like drained of all his blood.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, Frodo." That shit was creepy. My last roommate that I have is Fred Figglehorn.
What are you looking for?
My packer.
Just use your
Pack-
pinky. You got this.
I used let me see it.
There you go.
You go like this.
I think Jesus would be a fantastic roommate.
Bro, he will never pay.
I don't think that's true.
I feel like if Jesus were to come back, he would make money appear.
That's why I think you would be a good roommate, and I'm not even a religious
He would
person.
he
in any
would
way,
probably
shape, or
pay
form.
the rent for everybody.
Mhm. But Ethan, easy.
Yeah. So 3-1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're smoking my ass, bro.
Now is our presidential candidate lineup, election, whatever. And of course, we're not gonna get political with this. We don't have any politics. Up first is Andrew Tate. I wasn't doing the list one by one. I was just like thinking of just people that I'm like, ooh, that could go in a list, and thinking of which one it would associate with. Andrew Tate was one of the first ones I ever thought of. And I'm like, presidential candidate lineup.
Yep, that would be horrible for sure.
Up next, we also have Dolores Jane Umbridge from Harry Potter.
No.
The
No,
lady wearing
listen.
pink.
Dolores Umbridge can get bent. Fuck her. She was a bitch.
Yeah, if you've watched Harry Potter, you obviously have imagined drop kicking that bitch over the Quidditch field.
I wouldn't put my hands on a woman. Dolores Umbridge isn't a woman. She's a demon.
Up next, we got Marie Schrader from Breaking Bad. She would definitely be very Republican. I feel like she would just kind of like associate the color purple instead of red with being right-sided, I guess.
You've definitely never seen The Color Purple, though.
The musical.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Martin Shkreli. So, how I first heard of him, he bought this Wu-Tang Clan album once upon a time.
Is that the, like, pharma dude that,
Yeah.
like, made insulin incredibly expensive? Or
He-
what was the
it
drug?
it was some sort of life-saving
I'm pretty sure it was
medication.
insulin.
I don't think it was insulin. It was something, I've read online, it was something for, like, AIDS and HIV.
No, it wasn't AIDS and HIV. I'm pretty
And then
sure.
I also read somewhere else where it was for some sort of other disease. So I don't even know. It could be for anything. Once I read two different things, then I'm like, I don't even know. It's a medication, a life-saving medication that he, I guess, owned and like raised the price on it, which I think is illegal to do. He got like arrested or got into a bunch of legal trouble for it, and then the feds seized $7.4 million of his assets, including the $2 million Wu-Tang Clan album, which then a cryptocurrency company bought. This random cryptocurrency company is now the ones that own this Wu-Tang Clan album that nobody has heard. I mean, Martin Shkreli did leak a couple snippets on a live stream one time. He also had an unreleased Lil Wayne album and a Picasso painting, I think, and a life-saving medicine. It didn't want to have people have that.
It's called Daraprim,
Yeah.
which is used to treat a potentially fatal parasitic infection called toxoplasmosis.
And then my last one, I have Lotso from Toy Story 3.
That's
Bear.
hilarious. I have a Toy Story character in mind.
The
but it's not
guy, he was like the villain in the end, like the teddy
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah.
Quit being such a baby!
Oh my god, I swear, when he did that shit, every
Yeah.
kid in the theater was like,
Mhm. When they were in like,
how dare he?
That was
He
fucked
pissed
up.
a bunch of kids
Mhm.
off. He's
Yep.
a monster.
because you can't sympathize with him.
Not one
No.
fucking.
You can sympathize with
Lex
Thanos
Luthor.
too, like, either, but that dude,
No.
he was just a psychopath.
My first one that I have is John Taffer.
He wouldn't be that bad.
Dude, this man.
I understand where you're coming from,
This-
but I would much rather
No,
have him than
let
any
me-
of mine.
Let me tell you, well, I'd rather have him than fucking Andrew Tate. But look, this man compared the working people to hungry dogs, and he said that bosses need to like start them low so that they're starving and grabbing for it like
yeah,
hungry
you
dogs.
got that is a very valid
That's
point to
fucked
I
have.
gotta be
up.
honest with you, John Tapper as a president is what everybody that voted for Trump wanted him to be.
Exactly. They wanted him to run the country like
And
a
I
business.
mean that in such a good way. Like at the end
That's
of the
so
day,
funny. But also, did you say John Tapper?
we're talking about Bar Rescue guy,
Yeah,
right?
It's Taffer.
Tapper.
Taffer.
Yeah.
It's funny how in the
Whatever
last
the
video,
hell his
you
name is.
corrected me with Johnny Napalm.
Because you said Johnny Nepal.
My next one I have is what I call your average middle school communist. So it's not somebody who's actually read the Communist Manifesto, and it's somebody who like researched like r/political board or r/communist, and that is their entire worldview.
Do you have a specific person in mind? Or?
No, these are just y'all have never experienced just like a middle school communist
No.
or never seen one on the internet.
No.
Mm-mm. Communism is a very specific.
Yeah, when I was in middle school, I had no idea what the fuck communist was. I never even
Mhm.
heard of it at that time.
You were also homeschooled, weren't you?
Yeah.
Exactly. They think that they know everything about the subject of the world and about communism specifically, but they don't do any actual real research other than what their first page Google search
You could have
did.
just like done a middle school fill in the blank anything. I don't know why it had to have been like a middle school communist.
Y'all never met a really political middle schooler like I did. And of course, because my high school was 7th through 12th, and I went through all of that.
Honestly, I don't think that's a good pick, bro.
Fuck all y'all.
Your
Wah,
average
wah,
communist
wah,
middle school, like
wah.
that's an average thing.
That does
yo,
make that a
yo,
good
comment.
answer because
Yo,
this is
comment.
like the bad choice one.
I just also don't like communists.
Hey,
Specific.
Anthony.
You know who was a communist though? Jesus.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, but he had magical powers.
He was
so he could
anti-capitalism.
facilitate communism.
Capitalism wasn't even a thing back then.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, in a way, yeah.
It
They had
was-
currency.
Anyway, it was different.
I'm just 2 in. I'm already starting fucking zingers. God damn, y'all suck.
Already
Stinky
pissed
Pete.
himself.
Yeah, Stinky
Stinky
Pete. From Toy
Yeah, he was
Story
an ass.
2.
He was an ass.
Matzo
Annoying.
was a serial killer. Stinky Pete just had like resentment.
He was just a
He
kidnapper.
was a little perv. Remember? Did you see the bloopers? You know how they had those fake bloopers in Toy Story 2 where he's like talking with the Barbies?
And so you two are absolutely identical? I'm sorry, are we back? Oh, all right, girls. All right, off you go then.
He has them in the box with him, bro, because he wasn't taken out of the box.
Next up, I got Candy Wife from Flapjack because she would sell out the entire state of Oklahoma just for a new ring. And then next up, last but not least, I have L. Ron Hubbard, the guy who founded Scientology. Because if that motherfucker gonna start a cult, he gonna try and cultify America. And then that's what I got.
Ethan, that's just the correct answer. Like,
So I guess technically I already won this one, but we're gonna go ahead and go with it anyway.
Okay.
We have our nightmare movie.
Probably gonna get even more hate for this one. I got Rob Schneider. I don't like a lot of his later movies are kind of just annoying. He's like the type of person who just would pick up any role. Like let's say they didn't have an Asian actor, they would pick him to play an Asian guy. Alright, so my second person is Steven Seagal. Very bad action movies. He had one good movie. Not a good actor at all. Next, I have Nicolas Cage. Now,
No, when you said I have an actor that's like hit or miss, I'm like, it better not be Nick Cage. I just watched the movie Dream Scenario recently. That is the best movie that came out this year. Go watch that movie.
Yes.
It's so fucking
I wanna
good.
watch that movie.
It's so good.
these last couple
But-
years, he has been coming out with some good
So
movies.
bangers.
But there was like a good long period of time where he was also that type of actor. You would slap a script in front of him, no matter what it was, he'd fucking take
the
it.
movie Mom and Dad. Have you heard of that movie with Nick Cage?
Mm-mm.
It's this horror movie where like every parent all around like the world wants to kill their child.
like the opposite of Children of the Corn.
It's an awful movie. There's so many parts in the movie that makes you go, what? But Nick Cage is great.
Never liked him.
No, here's
Never
the thing.
liked him.
Here's the
You
thing about
never
Nicolas
liked him?
Cage. There have been movies that he was in that were horribly written, but he still went
Yeah,
full send.
even Mom and Dad is worth
Full
watching.
send.
The bad movies that he's in are good shitty movies. Have you seen Face Off?
My next one that's probably also going to stir some controversy.
God.
Chris Rock.
I knew you were gonna put Chris Rock somewhere in this goddamn list. Why don't you like Chris Rock? He has some sort of bone to pick with Chris Rock, and he doesn't have a valid reason for it. Why don't you like Chris Rock?
I need an
He's
answer.
annoying, and that's the reason why he doesn't like Chris Rock.
Have you ever
He
seen
annoys
Chris
me.
Rock in a dramatic role before?
Yeah, I watched
Spiral. That movie was
I didn't
awful.
like it.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
The movie was so bad.
It's not like he did a bad job in it though, but that movie was goddamn awful.
It was bad.
Marty would not be Marty without Chris Rock.
You're right
bro.
about that.
That is true.
But to be fair, I didn't know that was Chris Rock when I was a kid. Yeah, he killed that role.
So that was your first impression of somebody killing the role.
I didn't know it was him.
So you're just being ignorant.
Yeah.
All right, and this is when you insert an "Everybody Hates Chris."
I love watching that show, and I don't like his narration.
You have to
You're
put that in there.
You're so ignorant. You like everything he does, but not him.
I knew this was gonna start some shit. I knew
What
it.
was the list even? What?
And then-
Movies.
And then next up,
He's not even done.
And then the director is Rob Zombie. I don't like any movies he does.
Yeah. The Rob Zombie Halloween was
Horrible.
So
Oh
bad.
my god.
It
At
was
least we
so
can agree
bad.
on that. I like his music. I've seen him live. He kills live.
But that's a whole new line. But Rob Zombie's movies are if fucking Wes Anderson was overprescribed Zoloft or something.
I don't know where you're getting that Wes Anderson from. So my movie, the lead role is gonna be Kirk Cameron from Saving Christmas. Go check out us watching Saving Christmas. It's a great video.
It should pop up in the little bubble right there.
Yeah, if you want to know why he's on this list, just go watch that video. And as the antagonist, we got James Corden. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Up next, we have Amy Schumer.
Fuck Amy Schumer.
Yeah. Up next, we have Bill Cosby.
Oof.
Yeah.
Modern day?
Yeah.
Or just any?
Modern day,
Okay,
I
yeah.
guess. Because, I mean, like, when I was little, I did watch The Cosby Show.
I didn't watch The Cosby Show. I watched Fat Albert. I fucking loved Fat Albert.
Who do you think is gonna direct this movie? I wanna see what you guys think it's gonna be.
What's that dude from Nickelodeon?
Dan Schneider?
Dan
Schneider.
Schneider.
He was a producer, really. I don't think did he direct.
Nah,
the
he was,
show?
he was a producer. Mostly.
Yeah, he was the producer.
Yeah.
You're right.
What do you think it's gonna be?
I have not one fucking clue.
Michael Bay.
Okay, I will say, I don't understand why everybody hates Amy Schumer.
She copies jokes from everything else. Kirk Cameron, James Corden, Amy Schumer, Bill Cosby, Michael Bay.
Rob Schneider, Steven Seagal, Nick Cage, Chris Rock, and directed by Rob Zombie.
Anthony.
Thank you.
I
I
still
still
love
lost. But I got 2 points now.
We should probably do like another Dream Team video at some point. We could do same categories, but we choose different people that we did not use at all in the Dream Team
That's
videos.
perfect, because I was actually wanting to add one more person to my Dream Blunt. And I'm like,
Dream Blunt.
yeah, just Dream Blunt.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for today. Gentleys, lady men, bitches, bros, and non-binary hoes. Thank you for joining us on this bubonic day. We'll see you in the next one. Dookus.
Dookus.